match. Set 4!
Trying to hold studs like me down. I'm the first ever NIT heavyweight champion. You understand that? And in this business, and especially in this building, everything is based on respect. And whether you like me, whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you hate me, whether you don't or you do, you have to respect my hustle. Scott, you're not the biggest and you're not the baddest I face, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna treat you like I treat the rest of them. I'm gonna put you down, Scott, and it starts tonight.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, you are looking at 2 championship caliber individuals in Stephen Lust and Sensational Scott Levesque. Scott Levesque, heavyweight champion in multiple promotions all over New England for the last decade and beyond. Stephen Lust finally coming into his own as a singles wrestler, but was widely known as one of the best tag team wrestlers in New England. Oh, hell of a start.
And Stephen Lust, with that lower center of gravity, even being the smaller man, was able to get himself some leverage and a firmer launching point in that collar and elbow right there. And Levesque's taking a bit of exception to it. You know, Simon, I know it's supposed to be objective, not subjective, but in my opinion, this right here is a main event match in most places.
No doubt, no doubt. In fact, tonight's card is filled, is stacked with main event match contenders. I mean, we got Jamie Tucker and BRG later. We got the heavyweight title with Montero and BMT. We've got a 3-way tag team championship match with 3 of the best tag teams in New England, period. This is one of many potential main event contenders, and we get a whole bunch of them tonight, Bobby.
Absolutely. We as commentators, as narrators, sports broadcasters, call us whatever you will. We get the best seat in the house, one of the best jobs in the industry.
And we get paid to do it.
Right now, these 2 are matched even, shot for shot.
Feeling each other out.
Well, neither one is in a rush. You see, here's the thing. Stephen Lust has been around a little while. And Scott Levesque's got a lot more experience. But, you know, right here, this is a match of skill sets. And if you think about it, if you really look back at Stephen Lust's career, you look back at Scott Levesque's career, they're not very different from one another.
Not only that, but let's take a look at the physical situation. Well, first of all, Lust just put Levesque on his ass with a 2-palm shove right in the middle of the ring. And if you look at them side by side, aesthetically, Scott Levesque looks like he is the more muscular of the 2.
Absolutely.
But if you've been keeping an eye on Stephen Lust for the last several months, he has been dropping the LBs and putting the WD-40 in all those joints. He is moving faster than he has moved in years.
Don't shut up and let me wrestle him. I am going home right now.
Scott Levesque, you know, there's something. There's something to be said for the effect a crowd has on an atmosphere.
That is for sure, especially here at the Fairhaven VFW. Look at that! Look at the spry Stephen Lust making chase to Scott Levesque. Scott trying to run out the front door, but Lusty got him.
This fight ensues and makes his way back towards the ring.
I can tell you right now from experience, Bobby, those are closed hand punches. Stephen Lust, we've talked about the physical. Let's talk about the representation. Let's talk about the effect that these two men have had on this area. Scott Levesque, once again, in the BFW, lots and lots of history. Stephen Lust, you want to talk about someone who can make one joke, 5 years ago, and people are still calling me spaghetti to this day.
Look at this. We've got ourselves a lethal combination. A Manhattan into an atomic drop.
A little prostate destruction here in Fairhaven.
Oh, look at this. A little hang time on that body slam. Leaping elbow to the sternum. Lust is got himself on a roll.
And I'm going to admit something to you right now, Bobby. It's a little too soon in my book to start seeing a 2 count already. All right. You want to talk about the effect that Stephen Lust is having on the Sensational one this early in the contest. Scott Levesque doing the smart thing, trying to cover up. Oh, wait a second, taking advantage out to the middle of the ring, using those muscles of his.
That size differential certainly paying off for Levesque. And look at this with one deft maneuver. Beautiful counter. It sends Stephen Lust to the canvas, brainstem first.
One of them wombat-style back suplexes popularized by people like Big Bubba Rogers and Tully Blanchard. Didn't get to 2. Did not get to 2.
Who's the man now?
Lust now with a big shot to the midsection and another one to the jowls. And if you notice, the recovery time of Lust has also gotten a lot faster. We talked about his condition has improved over the past couple months.
Wait a minute.
That's certainly a byproduct, but oh man, standing splash by Scott Levesque, followed by a European uppercut. Cover, 2 and 1/4. Says Cassius.
Both of these men now have pretty solid 2 counts on one another. And the more they try them lateral presses, the more legs they hook, the more shoulders they keep down. We're going to get closer and closer to 3. And one of these men is going to walk out of here with a W.
Well, fatigue certainly is a factor as things go on. And now you're looking at Levesque, and you're looking at the true shades of him. This guy is cagey. He has no remorse, no respect for his opponents whatsoever. He'll do anything to obtain a W. Right now, he's trying to break down Stephen Lust.
He has got particles of Stephen Lust's skin under his fingernails after that big back scratch. It won't win you a match, but it'll certainly take a few hit points away from your opponent.
Oh! Look at this, the complexion of this matchup changing. Levesque now on the offensive. A big right hand sends Lust to the canvas, disorienting him as well.
Did you see what Scott Levesque did? Everybody I know in the fight game tries to go for that head shot, that one big punch knockout. Not everybody goes to the body. And the thing is, if you work the body real hard like Levesque just did, the head will fall.
You're talking about a very learned technician here, but you're also talking about the spirit of a fighter. And look at this bow and arrow submission here. A knee right to the upper spine, really talking those shoulders. Stephen Lust has got nowhere to go. He's right smack dab in the center of the ring.
And Scott Levesque, as you said, has his knee right on the spine, right in between the scapula on both left and right side of the back, which, if you don't know, is where most of us, and by us, I mean everybody listening to this, they keep all their stress right in that area. And to aggravate it like this could end his night early.
Lust finding the resolve deep down inside, makes it up to one knee. Levesque seems to be losing leverage. Lust now really talking here, fighting through the pain.
Oh, big knee to the lower back sends Levesque out to the floor, which might actually be the best place for Levesque right this second.
Oh no, look at this. A slingshot using that top rope as a guillotine deep hook of the leg. Just a 2.5.
2.5 is a lot closer to 3 than that 1 count he got earlier tonight. That is for sure. Referee Cash is not calling the choke here.
I think he's intimidated. You're talking about someone who's still in high school, for Christ's sake. I give the kid a lot of credit. He shows up at the Gladiator Academy every single week. Seems to manage it within his schedule. He's got a long road ahead of him. Look at the jaw jacker by Stephen Lust. It creates a bit of separation between he and Levesque, but with a mid-knee lift, Levesque stays in the upper deck.
I know he'll hate me for saying this, but Scott Levesque entering a career renaissance here in 2023. There was a moment there you didn't hear that name an awful lot. Now, thanks to NRG and matches like this, and the one he had with Mike Montero just last month, you want to talk about reinventing the steel.
Levesque now with a handful of hair, has his adversary right where he needs him. I'll tell you, Simon Eddy, he's been beating up Lust for the past few minutes. I think it's starting to really wear him down.
Wait a minute, looking for that Irish whip reversal, and Stephen Lust gets caught. Oh wait, could he be going for a Texas clover leaf style submission maneuver? That's exactly what he's doing. Look at the high angle, Bobby.
And Lust yet again finds himself with nowhere to go.
And it is cinched in. Stephen Lust starting to make the crawl. Making a crawl towards that bottom rope.
Reassuring our official that he's still in the game. He's using what he's got left for upper body strength. And will he? Yes, he does. He forces a rope break.
Oh, wait a second. See, that is the inexperience of our referee. He should have broken the hold. But I'll give him credit. He still told him to break the hold after he pulled Lust to the middle of the ring.
He did. I mean, like we said, this young man has got a long road ahead of him. And being in a high-pressure situation like this, sometimes you don't always make the best judgments. But he followed up, and that's one hell of a way to redeem yourself, young man. Back to the action in the ring, and Levesque is not wasting any time. Oh, Stephen Lust now, that fighting spirit continues to thrive on, and even when it's starting to look darkest.
If you ask all of the ladies in his life, Stephen Lust is just as dangerous on his back as he is on top.
Lust now not so quick to get to a vertical base. You're talking about a man whose lower lumbar has been put through the absolute ringer. Levesque knows it. He charges in.
Oh!
Eats the ring post shoulder first. And Lust buys himself some time. Got both of these men around the canvas here.
Both men in a neutral position. Whoever gets back to their feet first is going to have the best opportunity to put the nail in this one.
Levesque looks like he's getting up first. Lust is not far behind. Both of these men are on spaghetti legs, and that's no pun intended. Big swing and a miss by Levesque. And Lust now continuing to counter. Those educated hands are on display. And Lusty Baby has found himself a second win.
Oh, the Middlesex Express charging in with one of them Mill City uppercuts. Looking for the ropes. Big Yakuza kick right up under the jaw.
Followed by a senton bomb. Single leg hook. Cover. Oh,
that was close. That was really
close to 3. 2 3/4, my friends. Lust is getting frustrated, as would I. You Here's some cheers here in the crowd at Fairhaven. But it's just a testament to both of these men's gas tank.
It's time to feel the pop shot drop.
Looking, he's calling his shot. He's Babe Ruthing. He is going for the pop shot drop, and I think that was a mistake. Wait a second, DDT!
Scott Levesque with a last-ditch effort.
Last ditch, nothing.
Line.
Oh! That was 2.9, Bobby.
I don't think you're going to get much closer than that. Levesque is out of his wits right now, convinced that he was cinching himself a victory.
Scott Levesque, one of the last proper purveyors of the DDT, still in existence, and it still only got him a 2.9. That is a testament to the will of Stephen Lust.
Stephen Lust now. He might have had the instinct to kick out, but does he have enough to continue? Does he have enough to cinch himself a victory? I'm not so sure, Simon Eddie.
I can tell you right now, still feeling the effects of that DDT, how he is still on his feet. Irish whip, up and over, sunset flip. Levesque still on his feet, looking for those ropes, looking for those ropes. He's got the middle rope. 1, 2. Cover. Wait a minute. Cassius was not going to let him slide with that. Looking for that DDT one more time. Lust pulls out of it.
The Rococo bang hits with precision.
Here's your winner, right stop, Stephen Lust.
Hey, let's take no respect away from Scott Levesque. That match could have gone to either one of them, but on tonight, in this building, on this night, on this day in history at NRG Mania, Stephen Lust got the W.
This was an incredibly close contest. Yeah, it was so fiercely contested, and like you said, Simon Eddie, it really could have gone in either contender's way. But for a long time, Stephen Lust has been crying respect. For a long time, Lust has been claiming legitimacy, and this, a victory like this, Simon Eddie, I think it really does speak for itself.